Not only is it 5 4s, it's 4 5s. It's also 2 10s, 10 2s, 1 20s, and 21s. I think that's all. Hello, everyone. We're back with Alice. At this point, I turned the volume down further than this. A wee bit on the loud side. Turn it up. Oh, this game loud. All right. Right one yawn. Here we go. We are so fucking back. Alright. So, let me just get caught up. Hey Zeno. Hey Belle. Hey Soro. Hey Lizard Man. Alright. So I apologize for the delayed schedule. Since it looks like it's not happening at least this week, I can probably just say what it was. Kohai told me I could possibly be on a Mario Party stream if one of his other collaborators backed out. But he's not streaming Mario Party this week, so that's kind of a moot point. I don't know when he is. But I'm hoping to get on one of his Mario Party streams, and if I'm not able to, then I just might host it myself, because, I mean, I can do that. Really, the main reason why I wanted to join was so I could, play against Thrice, because Thrice and I have kind of a joke rivalry going on. I'm gonna lose. I have not won a single game of Mario Party Superstars. I have won basically every other game of every other Mario Party I have played, except for Superstars and Super Mario Party. I also flirt with Kohai. I can do that whenever. I don't need to do that on history. I can just do that whenever. That is a hookah.
A single step off London Bridge could end my journey.
Failure as your epitaph. I'd hoped you were more courageous.
Ow. Butter. Oh! No! Try that again. By the way, guys, I got a question for you, for those who may know the answer. So I kind of forgot to look it up before stream. So, there was a game released, not really by itself at the time, but as part of an Easter egg in Project Gotham Racing 2 on original Xbox called Geometry Wars. He got a standalone release titled Geometry Wars Retro Evolved on PC, later Xbox 360. Presumably got a sequel, and then got a third game titled Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions, which came out on, I think, PS4 or maybe Xbox One, PC, and PS Vita. What happened to Geometry Wars 2? Why is it not on PC, but the other two are? Does anyone even know what it's on? Because, like, if it is on Xbox 360, I kind of want to snag it in case the, it happens to get pulled. But, like, what is it even on? Because it's not on Steam. And I completely forgot to look it up the last time I was thinking about it. Something to do with the publisher. It's only on iOS and Xbox 360. Okay. Oh, so it is on Xbox 360. Is it still available? That is the teapot cannon, which we already have because we're on New Game Plus. Because I do know all 3 Geometry Wars games had different publishers. As of the 3rd game, the series I think was published by Actibliz, and that's probably why we haven't seen a 4th one. Giving it to me. Alright. Probably shouldn't be looking at this on stream. Oh, that is a I forgot Xbox Live is kind of down right now. Alright, the teapot cannon, we already have it though. Thank you though. I'll have a look at that later. Hopefully the servers are back up by then. Xbox is actually down right now. I'm surprised I was able to check my pinned games. But I know someone in Kohai's server wasn't able to get into Elden Ring. You have just obtained the Mad Hatter Manufacturing Inc. Teapot Cannon. Never seen before. Automatic steam exhaust cap. Clock face pressure meter. Shoots devastating tea grenades. Brand new. Throw an instant tea party. It will be a blast. Patented January 27th. 1874, Hatter's Domain. The teapot cannon is highly effective against groups of enemies. The longer a shot is charged, the larger the blast radius will be. The teapot cannon can be used to demolish weak surfaces at range. Switch between pepper grinder and teapot cannon by using the D-pad. Alright, I think by this point in the game, we have all the weapons. Do we? Wait. There's one more ability we get and we only use it in the area it's in. I don't remember if that's this area though. Because I don't know if we're going back to the Queen of Hearts land next or if we're going to help to find Caterpillar. How do you get away from him? He's so fast. He is so fast. How the fuck? Gotcha, you piece of shit. There's another version of Geometry Wars hidden on Project Gotham Racing 4. Thank you for the Luigi. I did want to get Project Gotham Racing 4 at some point, because I think that was the last Project Gotham game. Yeah, there aren't really many games like Geometry Wars anymore. There was a big indie shoot-'em-up craze that happened in like the 2010s that seems to have died down outside of like Toho and similar games. So it's mostly like Japanese devs that are still doing it. But there is another game that's kind of like Geometry Wars, and that would be We Are Doomed, which is from Vertex Pop. They made a game on Switch after We Are Doomed called Graceful Explosion Machine, which has been on my list to finish for a while. There's a Wii and DS only Geometry Wars called Geometry Wars Galaxies. Okay, I didn't know about that. I'll have to look into that. I'm not as concerned about that, just because the Xbox 360 store closure is imminent. So if Geometry Wars 2 is still available on Xbox 360 and is not backwards compatible, that is a priority, and I must have missed it the last time I was going through the store. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do one last sweep of the store, but I already did that when they originally announced the closure.
What's become of my beautiful valley?
All things change in the fullness of time, often not for the better.
Oh boy. More games will be added on the 16th. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait until then. By that point, I should be able to get a couple of the last ones I want to get. Still doing a sweep at the Steam store. Oh, yeah, for the summer sale.
Catastrophe may strike even the best regulated families, Mr. Of course, one family's disaster may be another family's opportunity. And the same goes for a surviving family member, if you know what I mean.
It'd be an awful thing to tell someone who just lost their family. Yeah, that does damage you. Alright. Just checking. How do I get up there is the question. Ah, it's a pig around here. There it is. Withering Rooms is better than you thought. It looks good from what I watched of Young Yef playing it. I hate saying his name out loud. I think he also goes by the name Delvin? Or Devin? I think it's Delvin. But his Twitch account is named Young Yef. Y-U-N-G. Yef. Just to be clear. Fantastic content creator. I've rated him a couple times. I got introduced to Withering Rooms because of him. Jet! You started following him after you raided him once? Probably. Ah, one of these. We welcome the arrival of a phantom at sunset, only to rue its departure at sunrise. What is it? Dreams? Okay. I'm still, like, seriously impressed with the hair physics in this game. This came out in, like, 2011, I think. So it was a fairly late Xbox 360 game. Because the Wii U would come out the following year. At the very end in December. And then in 2013, we got the PS4 and Xbox One. Okay, so I did get all the regular ones here. So the only ones I'm missing are in a different area. So chapter 3. I just want to check something real quick. Yeah, I think there's 5 chapters in this game. So let's see, we've been to the Hatter's Domain. We've been to Carpenter and the Walrus's Domain. Okay, I remember what's left. Alright, I remember now. Ow. Another one of you little shits around here? Here. I forget what the bottles unlock. I think it's concept art. Unicorn Gay 12345. Welcome on in. That is a very good name. I like that. This is your favorite game? It's one of my favorites. I played it off stream in like November last year. It was my first time playing it in the original. And I fell in love with it. I adore Alice in Wonderland. I have seen basically I have seen several adaptations of it. Well, come on in. If this is your favorite game, I'm assuming you found me from the category. I'm just curious. I don't get into a lot of new people very often. Ow. Oh, I was yawning. Can you guys just wait a moment? I'm yawning. Fuck you. Yes, thank you. Alright. Flying guys are officially annoying. Yeah. Fuck yourself. 900 yawns, holy shit. Yeah. Okay, we're good. The train station again. Also, want to always go to a movie and book. I read it a couple times in grade school. It was one of my favorite books. I actually watched a lot of the movies a long time before I read the books. I read both books. Oh. Okay. I've seen the Disney movie. I've seen the Tim Burton movie. I've seen 2 different live-action movies that were not the Tim Burton film, and one of them got a Looking Glass sequel. Unfortunately, I don't remember which ones they were, and I believe I watched them on VHS tape at my grandma's house, so I would have to ask her to find them, if I wanted to figure out which specific versions that they were. I will say, I distinctly remember what the Jabberwock looks like, so if someone were to send me a picture of any depiction of the Jabberwock, I would be able to tell you which one was the one I saw. That thing gave me nightmares as a kid. It looks really goofy now because it's just a really shitty costume. But like, when you're a kid watching that on a VHS tape on a CRT TV, that shit's terrifying. Anyone else having buffering issues? I got no dropped frames on my end. Do I? Yeah, no dropped frames. This is a good, if sometimes depressing story. Heck, was the very first movie ever made, at least the earliest anybody has found. Is anyone else getting buffering issues? Coming in, the green herring. Yeah, OBS is saying no drop frames and my bitrate looks normal, so it's... Green herring, welcome in. How did you find me, if you don't mind me asking? How do I get that? I think that's where I'm supposed to go. If I remember correctly, that, like, slides shut or something when I go through it, so... Not... Is there a pig snout around here? Stream announcements on Discord servers. Which server was it? Because I posted in a lot of servers. Maybe it doesn't slide shut. I forget what world this ends up connecting to, if this is, well, it's one of 2 options, because I know it's not the third. Spoonie's server. Ah, Spoonie. Okay, yeah, Spoonie's a good bean. I wonder if Spoony would like this game. Feel like they would. Okay, we're good. Fucking back. Ow! Hi. Well. Ah, that was the correct answer. So this is supposed to be like hopscotch drawings? Is that what this is? Oh, I thought there was something above me. I like how there's clearly a wall there, but there's an invisible wall in front of it. A pig snout.
I've smoked a cigarette, Alice. No fun at all. One day I'll try play pipe.
My grandma yelled at me when I was real little because I picked up a cigarette off the ground and tried to smoke it. I didn't succeed. To be clear, she stopped me before I actually tried.
The stink, the sinister sound. What have you been meant, Alice?
I was a really stupid kid. Come here. Every time. That's fine, I killed the little shit, so this should be easier now. Ah, there we go. This guy always gives me trouble. So one thing that the original Alice does well is its enemy variety. While the most common enemy in the game are the card guards, you do have a decent variety of enemies to go up against. And this, aside from a couple of the unique enemies for each area, which there's only like one or two really for each area, It's basically the same 4 or 5 enemies everywhere.
Then come join me.
Of course, one thing that Alice, the original Alice, also did was that he actually had boss fights. This is only one boss in the game, and that's the final boss. And he's kind of pathetically easy. Where's my health? Why isn't my health showing up? Uh-oh. What? What am I stuck on? That's another problem. This game is really good. I don't know if it's just this version or not, or what, but
Skin burned the fire.
like, it's buggy.
Good.
Toadstool in winter.
Can you guys, like, chill? Stuck on these nuts. What am I stuck on? These nuts, yes, I know. A lot of nothing back here. And to be clear, I am streaming the Xbox 360 version of this game. So, like, I don't know if the PC version is, probably is. But I didn't feel like trying to run the original Alice on my Steam Deck at the time. So I bought Madness Returns on 360. This was like late last year. So I could just grab the original Alice for free because it's a free download. Free DLC and all that.
You are familiar with the saying that smoking stunts your growth.
Adults assault children with that adage, usually while they've got a pipe stuck in their mouths.
I won't ask you to inhale. Let the smoke envelop you.
I do remember this area is pretty annoying. I think this is like, visually, it's one of the coolest parts of the game. Mechanically, I seem to remember it's one of the more annoying parts. Mysterious East. It's very peculiar how Japanese-inspired this is. I think it's Japanese. Considering that it would have had absolutely no presence in the original story. Aside from the hookah, which I don't even know if that's really Japanese. I don't know exactly smoke, so wouldn't exactly know.
The author obliterated the distinction between poetry and fiction.
Well, maybe since there were Chinese opium places in England during the Industrial Age. Is this Chinese or Japanese? Well, I mean, you encounter samurai or shogun, so I think it's It's supposed to be Japanese. Also, I think it was also England trying to get China addicted to opium for something. Hookah is like multicultural, but originates with Indian and Hindu stuff. Okay. Yeah, I've actually passed by a couple hookah places here in Chicago. I think they're lounges. Obviously, never been to one. Not really my, not really where I'd want to be. I remember finding, true, and there was a lot of Hindu stuff in Chinese, Japanese lore. I remember finding a Greek restaurant once that was also a hookah lounge. Interesting. Have I been to a Greek restaurant? I've been to a Mediterranean restaurant. There is a, delightful falafel chain downtown called I Dream of Falafel. That's basically like a sandwich shop, like Subway, Jimmy John's, or whatever. Except instead of it being sub sandwiches, or hoagies, or grinders, or whatever you want to call them, it's gyros sandwiches and wraps and falafel. So I have all the regular ones here. There you are. Journey to the West or Dragon Ball. Why dumb people think Mr. Popo is a racist caricature, but is actually based off the Hindu god. Yeah, I think it's based off the Hindu god of time. Or something.
Whoever said true art serves neither ornament nor use is ignorant of the aesthetic of the East.
Also, I really should watch Dragon Ball, because it's not something I've seen. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of Dragon Ball GT completely out of context.
Hudson is a pathetic sailor and an even worse captain. We'd have run aground on the Isis if I hadn't taken an oar.
One of my streamer friends is a big fan of Dragon Ball. And he's actually kind of influenced me into wanting to watch it. I prefer the OG Dragon Ball the most. I want to watch at least the OG and Z. I don't really care too much about the others. I know GT isn't really canon and also kind of sucks. I don't know what Dragon Ball Z Kai is. I've been hearing that I've been hearing that name thrown around and I have no idea what it is. And I know a lot of people don't like Super. My other girlfriend, the one who's not Soro, also likes Dragon Ball, and she has, talked to me about how much she hates Super sometimes. GT was canon, but people hated it, so Super was created. Okay. Kai is the same as Z, just a lot of filler removed. Okay. So is it like a different dub of Z, or just a truncated version of it?
What Nurse Witless said was, the fire whooshed in, lit her up like the guy on Cracker Night. No one knows how she survived except Alice, and she's Stoom, remember?
Like a rerun, but with filler removed. Interesting. Yeah, I'd have to figure out how I'd even watch the anime. Some scenes are reanimated, but it's more of a condensed version. Okay. Yeah, so this is clearly supposed to be Japanese because of the wasp. The samurai wasps. Ow. Oh, what was that? Maybe, but I do see some Chinese culture stuff as well. So I'm not as well versed in Chinese culture. I've seen a few Chinese movies, well, I've seen a few Hong Kong movies. But like, I don't know too much about China. I am far more familiar with Japan. I'd say this is just one of those Western views of Asia things. Yeah, so I didn't want to include it in the content warning because I wasn't confident, but yeah, so I guess an added content warning. This is yet another instance of a Western game developer liking the aesthetics of the East, as they call it, without really understanding it. Which is unfortunately a big thing that happens in video games. Sifu, the beat-em-up brawler thing, is another example of that. And in fact, that's a more egregious case. I mean, it's kind of part of the story. To be fair, it is lore. It is accurate to the time period, like how a Westerner would view Asia. Like, because the West absolutely did not understand Asia during this time. The only reason this stuff is here is because her therapist is shoving it in her face. Okay, yeah, that is actually true. The last thing we did in the real world was talk to Rutcliffe, or whatever his name is, who has a lot of stuff from China and Japan. This is in Alice's mind. She's a kid in the 19th century. Yes, so that is the reason. Part of the reason why I was hesitant to include it is because technically it is a bad depiction of East cultures, but like, it is accurate to the West's view during the time. And I kind of did not make the connection of Rutcliffe, funnily enough. So these are Mahjong tiles. Or at least they're supposed to be Mahjong tiles, but these are not Mahjong symbols. That's a yawn. Alice, what the fuck was that? And I should know what Mahjong tiles are look like, because I played Mahjong. I did a 3-hour stream of it. I'd like to think I know what Mahjong tiles look like now. I really want to do that again, by the way. It was so fun. But yeah, I guess bug phobia as well, if you're afraid of bugs. This chapter is full of bugs. Haven't played Yakuza's version of Mahjong. Well, funnily enough, I do have a sub-story that I can do in Yakuza Kiwami 2 that involves Mahjong. I literally got back to Kamurocho in the story and got assaulted by that sub-story. It was really funny. Like, the very first thing you're going to do is get assaulted by guys who are threatening someone who's in Mahjong debt, I guess, to pay up, and you have to cover his debt by playing Mahjong and winning. And it's literally like the first fucking thing that you'll see when you come back to Kamurocho, when you get out of Sotenbori.
Certain smells are one-off. You'd never mistake burning human flesh for roasting a lamb chop.
It's very amazing to me how outside of her family, everyone in Alice's life is a fucking awful person in this series. So guys, I got a question for you. What kind of jumper are you? Are you jump, double jump? Or are you fall, then double jump? This is an important question. Guess double jump. I don't need it. Guess double jump. Well, I mean, I'm a Yoshi, so fall, jump, flutter jump. That's fair. I still want Alice's boots. Depends on what you're trying to do. I thought the game froze for a moment. Like, Alice, can I have your boots, please? Can I borrow them? Can we get, like, a playable winged Yoshi, please? Ah! Yeah, you want a big titty goth girlfriend? What if I want to be the big titty goth girlfriend, though? You ever think of that? This true. Sorrow is the big... Wait, you're goth? Do I have big titties? I will neither confirm nor deny. Oh, we're good. This is true. Sorrow is the big titty goth girlfriend. Be considered goth by some. Well, I consider you cute. How about that?
She who saves a single soul saves the universe. Remember?
How would I just kill everything? Ow. I will make expert use of the hobby horse here. And by expert, I mean mashing the Y button. Daimyo wasp. So this is the big bad of this area. Like this type of enemy, because this is not the only one we're going to be fighting. Ow. Ow. Now, I will say, I am playing this on the easiest difficulty because even on the easiest difficulty, this game can be kind of challenging. However, I am doing this on New Game Plus with a bunch of items I am not supposed to have by this point. Because I've already finished the game. Because unfortunately, there was no new game on a separate save file thing. It's just the one save file. So in order to get the full story, I would have had to just do New Game Plus. Teapot works really well with those guys, on those guys.
Is she the chosen one? It's Alice, the magnificent, the powerful, the brave, the reckless, the rash, the crazy.
I don't know what that did. Oh, I didn't see the thing open.
We'll keep just the one lamp, Alice, as a nightlight, but it stays in the upstairs hall and only till you turn 12.
Speak with the elder. Yes, he knows things. He even thinks things.
I'm gonna go over here. Oh, good, a flower. Oh, that's just some boobies. I don't remember that. Oh god, it's a sliding puzzle. I get it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Your victories in combat and conundrums suggest your fitness to confront the challenges ahead. Mental strength will confirm your worthiness, or declare your defeat.
Well, if you want another Alice in Wonderland inspired game, I highly recommend IB. I am familiar with IB, and I believe it actually recently came to Switch. This is an enhanced version that's going around. I think? Or am I thinking of Mad Father? It's pronounced Eve, like Eve. Okay. I just fucking marked that guy. I am familiar with Eve, though. At least I've heard the name before. Yeah, if it's Alice in Wonderland inspired, I'd definitely be interested. You know how much I love Alice in Wonderland. You of all people would know. To get a remake, please. Okay. There is a an achievement for doing all these. without skipping them.
You can save us. I'll open the path.
Because you can skip some of these sequences. I am kind of hungry. Should have had more food before stream. I did eat before stream, but I guess I didn't eat enough. Might have to take a snack break shortly. I'm just a hungry boy.
The wicked wasps lay siege upon us and control the peaks to east and west. You must defeat them to reach Caterpillar's retreat.
I suppose I must go to the mountaintop, as it won't come to me.
We have faith that Caterpillar, the strange and wondrous, helps those in need. One day we'll have proof. Purity of heart is to will one thing, to approach his sacred eyrie. You must confront the savage daimyos. You prevent our access to his power. I'll open the entrance to the sacred caves where your journey begins.
Ha 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 ha.
Regard this depiction of domestic harmony and order. The fruitful landscape encouraged industry, tolerance, and cooperation. Loving families flourished, happy children, dear friends, grateful for their well-being, lived for generations, secure, active, and free. But a sudden onslaught of alien attacks broke their fragile bodies and nearly crushed their generous spirits.
Whoopsie. Sorry, I was kind of deep in thought there. I don't know why I went quiet. I guess I was just deep in thought or something. This section is pretty interesting. It's kind of just basic platforming. The level design isn't really all that interesting. Aesthetically, it's pretty cool, though. Kind of reminds me of Apotheon, even though I think Apotheon came out after this. I should stream Apotheon. Apotheon was kind of a Metroidvania that the entire game was stylized after Greek pottery. Ancient Greek pottery. And as you can probably tell from that, it does deal with the Greek gods, where you're actually trying to kill the Greek gods, God of War style. It's a very good game, and I never finished it because it was very hard. I would love to stream that at some point. Authion is so fucking good. Yeah, Xeno knows. I think Xeno is how I got introduced to the game, actually. That thing over here. There's the thing over here. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, I screwed up, so we're gonna wait. Oh, don't do that. Oh, it gets really jank looking when you do that. I'm sorry, hon. I didn't see your joke. I'm so sorry. Do we start summoning demons with our wicked weave? Hopefully soon. That would be pretty sick. Hon, did you ever play Bayonetta Origins? Because Bayonetta Origins is actually really good.
Only the foolish believe suffering is just wages for being different.
That's true. Also, that was a gun. Mushroom play, that's good enough for you. Well, if you ever miss any of it, the VOD is still up. Not on Twitch, but Mr. Pigsnut. Yeah. Oh, you are correct. Shed. That was another yawn, by the way. Yeah, I stayed up late last night. I showered early like I said I was going to. But then I ended up staying up late because I wasn't paying attention to the time and I got thirsty. And I didn't want to go to bed until I finished my drink. And I ended up finishing it late. Probably because I was playing Bejeweled. Because, I haven't been buying a whole lot from the summer sale on Steam. Because I am trying to save some money, but a lot of PopCaps games are on sale for $1 each. And I grabbed a few, and I've been specifically spending a lot of time in Bejeweled. 1 and 2. That's actually what prompted the conversation about Skaven earlier, the composer. Because someone in another server who adores the Bejeweled soundtrack was telling me stuff about him. And that's how I found out that he might be a furry. on a web page he made in 1999, which has been archived on Internet Archive. He, oh god, why am I yawning so much? Oh, this is more than usual. Listen, I don't play Warhammer. I don't know anything about the game. On his webpage in 1999, he listed Furcadia on the links page, which is an old furry site. I think it was a game, like maybe an MMO. I'm actually not sure. I never played it. That was long before I started using the internet. But he also included links to Eric Schwartz's website, and Eric Schwartz was is an Amiga animator, as in the computer line. And he did a lot of furry animations. He's also the creator of Sabrina Online, which Skaven did mention in the link that he was a big fan of it. And Sabrina Online is one of the earliest furry webcomics on the internet. He's also the creator of Zigzag, which I don't want to get into here for obvious reasons, but she is a not safe for work character, and I'm going to leave it at that. A very famous one in the furry fandom. And he also had a webpage link to his personal furry art account, which, you know, now that I've said that out loud, I don't know why I said probably a furry. It wasn't an art account, it was a personal furry art page. That's what I meant to say. And, yeah. He's still active, by the way. He's posts on this Twitter. I found out he was one of the demo scene composers who was brought in to work on Unreal Tournament soundtrack. And not only that, but he was a sound designer for Remedy. And worked on Max Payne, Alan Wake, and I think Death Rally? I think it was the remake of it, not the original. Kitty is an old, like, RuneScape style furry MMO. Oh, shit. Sorry, sir, I was looking at chat. I can pay attention to you now. Baby's a furry. Okay, yeah. It's just funny to learn all this, because he's like a composer for one of the most iconic PC puzzle games, being Bejeweled. And he just, like, on his old webpage, just casually had furry links there. He also, I think, said on the same webpage that Ozzy and Millie, which is another old furry webcomic, was his favorite webcomic. Which, that one was news to me, because I'd never heard of that one before. I'd heard of Sabrina Online before, because it was one of the webcomics that I found when I became a furry. Well, became a furry is kind of an odd thing to say, because I was always a furry, technically. I just didn't know it was a thing. Because I always had an interest in anthropomorphic animals. I always, like, was kind of steered towards that stuff. But I didn't find out that the furry fandom existed until like 2008, 2009, something like that. And that was around the time when I started being active online, so I was pretty late. I had used the internet prior to that, but it was mostly to watch stupid YouTube videos, like early YouTube videos, and look up cheat codes for video games. I played RuneScape for like a month, back in 2003, I think. Other than that, didn't really use the internet for much. My parents didn't want me using the internet because they didn't want me talking to strangers, which ironically I would end up doing anyways later on when that was more normalized. For lack of a better term. But now, like, basically my whole, like, thing now is talking to strangers. But they stop being strangers after a while. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a misnomer to really say that everyone on the internet is a stranger, because, like, at first, duh. But also, like, I have made so many... Yeah, Hana, I was actually getting to that. I have made so many long-lasting friendships and relationships from so-called internet strangers. Like Sora or Baal. But I mean, like, if you've been on the internet for as long as I have, and you are... I've already done this, I don't need to do it. And are, like, as tech-savvy as I am. Huh? You can kind of figure out who is and isn't trustworthy. If you just, like, use common sense. Val, was that huh? Because I said your name. I said that, like, you're a friend I made. At one point, you were a stranger, but you're one of my closest friends. I forgot I could detonate it early. Like, Val and I go way back. I met him in, like, 2013, 2012, something like that. I forget exactly when, but it was around that time. I forget if I met him before I started my first go at college, or if it was during. I know it wasn't after. 2013? Okay. Time for an annoying level. What, the slide or the level that comes after it? Yeah, I think I have found what my nostalgia niche is, and it kind of just makes sense given it's when I was a kid, but it's 90s, 2000s stuff, and I don't know why I just suddenly said that, because that's not what we were talking about, but, like, I was thinking about it earlier. And it's probably why I'm so attached to Bejeweled right now, because I played it around 2000. Except the funny thing is, the Bejeweled that I'm playing, which is supposed to be the original Bejeweled, doesn't look like how I remember it. So I'm wondering if I actually played Bejeweled or if I played a clone. Okay, I see how it is. Would have been during because I met you while I was in college. Okay. Huh? They counted? You're not gonna see me complaining. By the way, Hun, while I'm thinking of it, would you possibly be interested in playing Clubhouse games, maybe on stream? Maybe off stream at some point? Yeah, I want to play it more. I haven't played it in a hot minute. Keep saying that. There's the boobs again. I don't think her nips are showing, so... Wait, is there... There you are. I was gonna say, it's gotta be something over here. fucking flying here. Oh, sure, you're gonna make me go up to the boobs. Okay. Why am I back here? I couldn't free the nipple. What a shame. Slipping off the ledge in front of the nipples, you might call that a nip slip. It is on nipples, it's fine. Yeah, I thought that broke with fewer hits. But even if there were nipples, like, it would be fine, because this game is safe to stream. I just wouldn't be able to focus on it for too long. Or really at all. Wait, fuck. Oh, okay. Is it another one? No. There is another one. There he is. Free the nipple, down with pants, off with pants. Based. Is that based? Yes. So the teapot is good for bopping him while he's flying and charging. Yeah. There's a woman in a further state of undress. Give me health. Yeah,
Radcliffe asked me in just the once, on the duck. Very proud of his artifacts. Ming, I think he said. And partial to Tokugawa Japan. Doesn't seem the samurai type, but perhaps that's why.
Do all those naked women remind you to ask me to play with you? No. Oh, I just remembered because of Mahjong, actually. It was because of the Mahjong tiles. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
The conflagration's point of origin was obvious. First, the library caught fire, and it spread disastrously when the gas line exploded.
Fire, fire burns much brighter when oxygen is the supplier.
Dinah saved my life. I survived because she showed me how to escape. I didn't leave the lamp in the library, and Dinah didn't knock it over. The lamp and Dinah were upstairs when I went to bed. Dinah was in the room with me when the fire started.
What am I hearing out there? Jesus. What the f... Oh, okay. So your opinion on boiled hot dogs was preferred method of cooking a hot dog. Welcome, Bongo Turtle. It's been a while. So, it's very, very funny that you ask that, because Chicago, which is where I'm from and where I currently live, is the origin of hot dogs. Hang on a sec. Okay, are we out of ads? Can everybody hear me? Bueller? We good? I guess specifically Bongo, but okay. So, Chicago hot dogs traditionally are actually boiled. If you go to Wolfie's, Portillo's, or any of those other big hot dog places, they boil their hot dogs. There's a hot dog selling name after it? Yeah. Well, I'm from the city that invented hot dogs. Hot dogs were invented in Chicago for the 1911, I think, World's Fair. It wasn't 1910. Something like that. It was for the World's Fair. They wanted a street food, not street food, a fair food that you could take with you and carry around the fair. And it was created by a couple from Vienna who brought Frankfurters over to the US and thought, put a Frankfurter in a bun. And then they thought, we can, whoops, I hit the mic. We can add ingredients to represent the other cultures in the fair and serve that as a hot dog. And that's where Chicago style hot dogs come from, because they have celery salt, they have yellow mustard, they have sweet relish, a dill pickle spear, a tomato slice, and white onions, representing different cultures at the fair. And the couple that invented that food, I don't think they're still alive. Can't be, they'd be over 100 years old if they were. But the company they founded, Vienna Beef, is the #1 food supplier in Chicago. All of the good Chicago-style restaurants source their food from Vienna Beef, to the point that right next to the restaurant's logo on a sign is the Vienna Beef logo, just as big. That's how important Vienna Beef is here. If a restaurant says they serve Vienna Beef, you know it's good. And preferred method of cooking a hot dog, I am lazy, I boil them. Technically, I prefer them grilled, but I normally boil them because that's how you're quote-unquote supposed to do it here. I feel that you have the facts, Sandy. I did an entire paper in college on the Chicago hot dog because we had to do a paper on an exhibit at the Chicago History Museum, and I did mine on the food exhibit because I thought it was severely lacking. because the food exhibit at the Chicago History Museum only covers fine dining. We are a city of people who eat street food. And the only exhibit on food is on menus from fine dining restaurants, which the average ordinary person would not be eating at. And I was very, very frustrated by that, because Chicago has such a rich history of food. We invented brownies. We invented chicken Vesuvio. There are so many staples that are unique to Chicago, like Italian beef sandwiches, Maxwell Street Polishes, and plenty of other things. And all they covered was fine dining, where some of that you wouldn't even get there. You're only using a barbecue for some. Interesting. You mean like a grill, or do you mean barbecue sauce? Brownies too? Yeah, Chicago invented brownies. We invented vacuums, brownies, skyscrapers, zippers, hot dogs, Italian beef sandwiches. I forget what else. But yeah, brownies are a Chicago invention. Chicago invented fortune cookies. The World's Fair was also the place that started the waffle cone. That was St. Louis, though. Using a propane gill. Okay. Propane grill. Fuck, I can't speak. I'm trying my hardest, guys. I'm so fucking tired and hungry. I was gonna take a snack break at some point, weren't I?
Oh, great caterpillar, why have you abandoned us? The door ahead is sealed. Only by playing the correct sequence of bells can it be opened.
A dubious honor, I suppose.
Oh my god, not this again.
The tune's embedded in my memory, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat.
Get to the tree, Alice. Help our brothers.
Alright, I'm gonna have a quick snack break. I'm gonna go to my intermission screen. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Just hang tight. Yeah, I am back. So, I was snacking on some Cheez-Its. This is like one of my go-to snacks. I looked at the back of the box as I was trying to figure out who owned Cheez-Its. And I kind of forgot it's a Kellogg brand. There's no, like, big Kellogg's logo on the, packaging, because one of the things that Kellogg's as a company did during the last worker strike was they actually removed the logo from a lot of the packaging on their stuff, and that includes stuff like Pop-Tarts. Presumably, so that way it would be harder for people to boycott the company, because people who didn't already know what was a Kellogg product wouldn't be able to tell just from glancing at the box. They'd actually have to look for the copyright and the headquarters. But like, it's kind of scary if you think about it. Most of the big national food chains in the US are actually owned by the same 4 or 5 companies. Kellogg's, Frito-Lay, General Mills, and Nestle. I've always been telling people, if you can, buy local. Don't buy from the big national chains. Well, like, that's one of the reasons, because if you only buy from the national chains, you're just supporting the same 4 companies, essentially. It's actually kind of wild just how many food products are owned by those companies. Especially Frito-Lay and Nestle. Like, they own a shitload. Most of the candies that you are familiar with are Nestle, and most of the snacks that you're familiar with are Frito-Lay. Even the ones that are seemingly unconnected, like Cheetos and Lay's, they're both owned by Frito-Lay. Yeah, and I'm checking something. Okay. For those who have not tuned in a while or are new, my air conditioner has a little quirk where I'm not supposed to turn it on to cool if it's below 64 degrees out, so I actually have to keep tabs on the temperature and the weather. I'm not sure why I'm not supposed to do that. That's what I was told. It's not going to get below 64 tonight, so I don't even get below the 70s tonight. But, I do need to set it to fan anyways, because it's too cold in here now. I could put a hoodie on or find a blanket, but, like, it's so much effort. It's just easier to set it to cool. I mean, fan. Also, I had a thought earlier with my sudden interest in the games. Would you guys like to see me stream PopCap games? One of my friends did a Peggle Knights stream. So like that's what really got me thinking of that. That was a while ago. But like I recently bought Peggle Knights and I actually really like it. But like I also have the Bejeweled games, I have Plants vs. Zombies, I have Zuma's Revenge. There's other PopCap games I could get if they're still on sale by the time I get them. You want to be Peggled? Hell yeah. Yeah. If you're a Peggle fan, just speak now if you like pegging. Should be able to break that. This is bullshit. That's bullshit. This is bullshit. Here's 95 reasons why. Listen, a real man lets his wife peg him. Just saying. And we're through. Buddy, fuck you. Alright. Oh, thing. Bottle. We have a lot of teeth that I don't need. I'm gonna collect it anyways. This gives me the big dopamine hit. I like to see number go up. Number go up is good. Always make number go up. Unless you're a CEO and you're focused on profits, then please find a better job. One where you can actually contribute to the company in a meaningful way. See, CEOs should be thankful. Their jobs can't be replaced by AI because they already contribute nothing to their companies. They don't have to worry. Thank you, camera. That was very helpful. Wait. Why did her shadow do that? That was weird. This game is a mess. This game is like a wonderful mess of a game. There are so many issues with collision in this game. Like, the collision alone is just messed up. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game. It's a very, very good game. But, like, there is something wrong with this game's collision. This game is held together by tears and duct tape. I like to say chewing gum and duct tape, but that works too. Like, Han, I don't know when you last played Madness Returns. I know you streamed American McGee's Alice, but I didn't see you stream Madness Returns. Of course, that doesn't mean you didn't stream it, it just means I didn't see it. So, like... There is something very wrong with this game's collision. Like, my god. I am getting caught on nothing everywhere. Like, literally nothing. It's kind of impressive how it just keeps happening. Excuse me. You didn't stream it? Okay. I'll go there in a moment. I want to see what's over here. Keep in mind, like, having fucked up collision does not make a game bad. It just makes it janky. Like, there. What the fuck? But, I mean, taken as a whole, this game has more bugs and glitches than American McGee's Alice, at least the remaster. So it kind of evens the games out a little bit. Because Alice does some things better than this game, and this game does some things better than Alice. Alice's main flaws, oh my god, is that it's just jank and it's running on an engine that was not meant to support a game like that. This game's flaw, or major flaw, is that it's incredibly unpolished. It's not bad. It's never like frustrating or unfair. It's just unpolished.
This substance has blocked the way. Can you help us to remove it?
I believe I've got the proper tool.
At the top of the mountain, you will find the entrance to the next sacred cave.
I forgot how long this level is. So it's just this guy. And he's just gonna disappear, I guess. Fuck you.
We are saved, our benefactor.
You're free, my friends.
Almighty left dog, whose sleeper in the mountain, many-legged lord of lake.
Look kindly.
Whoops. One of the nice things about this game, though, is it doesn't have fall damage. The first game does. I also guess the first game is a little more coherent than this one, in terms of the level design. I remember this room. I don't remember why I remember this room, but I remember it. Oh, it's because of all these guys. Oh, that's really all it takes to kill them, huh? I don't remember if these guys keep spawning or not. Yeah, I think they just keep spawning. Oh. Bitch. We're good. Thank you, camera. Fuck.
Flush the unpleasant from your mind, Alice. Reject the painful as you would the repulsive and depraved. Forgetting is an art.
Hooray. Right, where does this take me? Up here, okay. Oh yeah, we're finally out of here. Get it? They're praying mantises? I thought they were ants. They look more like ants than praying mantises. Yeah, they're ants.
The grateful most often confer benefit from the source of their gratitude.
Oh my god. Oh dear. Excuse me a moment, guys. Yeah. All right. I like the white void. Okay, but how does that benefit me? Yeah, I can't even get over there. Ah, I see. It's pretty great to have this on a wide, white void where I can barely see the particles when I'm landing. Pretty cool. That's another thing. The game likes doing that, where you can't easily see the particles half the time.
Climb down the trellis. The tree branch makes a bridge, and it's not much of a drop. Keep our secret, Alice, or we're not sisters.
Well, wait, Alice Liddell did actually have a sister, and she is mentioned in Through the Looking Glass. Because Alice Liddell was a real person. I've explained this before. Well, okay, Alice was a real person. I don't know if Alice Liddell was actually her name. Which is also mentioned at the very start of the original Alice in Wonderland story. Okay. So the last time I read Alice in Wonderland was in 2008. It's been a long time. I really should read it again. Honestly, I should have read both books again before I streamed this. I really should have. Honestly, if you guys are going to play American McGee's Alice and Alice Madness Returns, I would highly recommend reading both books before playing them, since this is essentially a sequel to them. Because this is, American McGee's Alice was not Alice's first trip to Wonderland. Oh, shush. You goober. Alright. Oh, she was not holding on to that.
Observe, learn, and react.
Invisible wall. Why is there an invisible wall there? What is with this game and invisible walls? I don't understand.
Fire, Alice! Fire!
Save yourself! Wake up, Lizzie! Lizzie! Open the door!
The key, Lizzie! Unlock the door! You'll burn!
You like mimes? Oh, this is where I was a moment ago. You know, there was a Family Guy game. I don't know which one. I don't even know how many there are. And one of the funniest gags from the game is whenever there was an invisible wall blocking progress, there would also be a mine nearby to tell you that there's an invisible wall. I can't imagine the Family Guy game is very good. But that's one of the best jokes from it. The only thing that I remember from, like, gameplay of the game is from the commercials for it, where there was censored nudity. Where the commercial censored the nudity of the characters, and then there's a bit with Peter Griffin, who has fake boobs on, and there's in-game censored nudity over him. Like, most of the nude characters, it was from the commercial, except for Peter, where it was actually in-game. I jumped over that, and you know it. Even one is too many. True. Oh, am I really? Remember, if it sucks, hit the bricks. You can just run. Potter. Why doesn't Alice spin with it? What the fuck? Ho 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 ho.
The belligerents, without true cause or purpose, abused and murdered their pacific victims, whom they hated for being different. The invaders corrupted the vivid world. The assaulted could not comprehend the masses' brutality. Still, they stayed on, trying to...
So we can't actually fight those guys. We just need to avoid them.
Cruel interlopers attacked at intervals instead of killing them all at once. The wretched survivors suffered in perpetual fear. Is there a worse fate?
I like how you can just get stuck down there. Oh, I have to wait. Okay. Shid. You know, I think they could have gotten out of the way. You mean the peaches? I haven't had a peach in a long time. I used to eat way more fruit than I currently do. I'm good. What? 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 Alright, everything's fine. Peaches, 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 peaches. Both Simpsons and Family Guy are long past their expiration date. Oh, for sure. Simpsons has been going on since, like, what, the 90s or something? I'm actually surprised the show is still going on, because, as far as I know, most people don't even watch it anymore. I mean, they've gotten to the point where, in order to keep the characters' ages consistent, Homer's flashbacks in more recent episodes are from the early 2000s or the 90s rather than being from the 70s like they were in the original seasons. Because the show takes place in current day, even though the characters have not aged since the show's inception, aside from a few episodes that take place in the future. Though, let's be real, Simpsons isn't really known for its continuity, considering that Krusty Clown has died a couple times. I literally watched an episode where he got thrown into a wood chipper. This King of the Hill broke the fourth wall. Oh yeah, Simpsons started out as shorts. I don't think those are really the same, though. Because I know it started out as shorts, but it had a completely different art style and different characterization of the characters. You know what, we're just gonna take this. Everything's fine. Everything worked out. Everything's fine. We're good. I would appreciate a flower, though. King of the Hill is a better show than all of them. It's definitely the funnier of the three.
Follow the dragon, Alice.
Ah, I see how it goes. Makes perfect sense, really. At least now it does.
Alright, just still doing ruin, I guess. They knew when to stop. True. I'll tell you what, Yugimoto, I don't know much about the heart of the cards, but you certainly got the heart of a Texan. That all that's over here? Huh, I don't remember this path. I'm gonna go right first. Bato. Oh, the brightness here is really fucked up. There we go. I think it's a little closer to what it's supposed to look like. Wood. Hit it. But wood. Moving on. Oh, flower. Do I need a flower? No. Okay.
The gate is opened. Now it appears that I can continue my ascent to the peak.
Easy peasy. Oh boy. Yeah, fuck yourself. Whoops. I don't have to run in a circle, I just like making her hair move. Die, bitch. You know, game that's extremely helpful when you do that. When I'm trying to not. Okay. I'm not sure what exploded. God, this game is so fucking unpolished. This game is one of my favorite games I've ever played. Like I said, I adore Alice in Wonderland, so it's gonna be hard for me to hate a game based on Alice in Wonderland. And I don't hate this game. It's not a bad game by any stretch of it. It's just that, I really wish it was more polished. It never feels broken or unfair or bullshit. It's just that there's a lot of moments where the game really just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Which is unfortunate, because the rest of the game is so good. Like, I'll sing this game's praises no matter what. It's just that you also gotta understand that it's got problems. Mostly minor. Mostly minor and inconsequential, but they are still problems that do make things occasionally annoying. Which you're rarely gonna lose progress because of it. Not unless you like absolutely suck at the platforming. And platformers are kind of my thing.
I can recite Red Riding Hood backward. I know my multiplication tables, 2 11s. I have intelligence.
Really? Persuade me.
To remove the obstruction, wake the frog and empty his belly.
Wake that? What about its tongue? And the prospect of warts? Ooh. Anyway, how do you know?
I imagined how it was done while I was sleeping.
Ow. How do you outrun him? Seriously. Ah, there we go. He didn't drop any there's the items, okay.
Perhaps if I rang that gong, he'll wake up.
Thank you for telling me the solution right away. There's an invisible wall, by the way, right there. Hmm? Wait, how do I ring the gong? So if it's through here that I gotta do it? Do the thing? Ah, I see. Shish, shish. Thanks, buddy. You can stay in there. You'll be fine. Looks like where I'm supposed to go, so I'm gonna go over here. I was not looking at chat. Yeah, same. What am I getting caught on? Oh, another one of those. I don't need to do that, though. What? Gotcha. Excuse me.
Only the savage regard the endurance of pain as the measure of worth.
True. There's a similar line in the first game, only the insane equate pain with success. Yeah, it's gonna be another daimyo. Yeah, wait. I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. I would have liked some health there. Oh, there's a snoot. Oh, we are going to pepper that up. I didn't mean to look up her dress. I like how there's a void so you can't look at her underwear. What's with all the boba bugs?
Regrettably, the creature has to die for its image to be properly captured. The subjects of art often suffer.
Oh boy, another painting. I think this is the last one. I think there's only 3.
infested land. She, despite ignorance, uncertainty, and unhappiness in her own life, could not endure a single suffering. She began to fight against the savage murderers, abusers, and defilers without quite knowing why or for whose sake she truly fought, or how the struggle would end.
Just killing all the wasps. See, at least bees make honey. Wasps don't even do that. They're just assholes. Some wasps are still important pollinators. Yeah, I'm not saying we should actually kill all wasps or anything like that. Because every animal and bug on the planet has a purpose in its ecosystem. Removing any single one of them would be bad for everything. As annoying as mosquitoes are, or as annoying as most animals are, and most bugs, not most animals, most bugs are, they're all necessary. I did read, however, though, that mosquitoes could be completely wiped out and it wouldn't actually affect anything. Don't know if that's true, but I read that scientists determined that we could wipe out all mosquitoes with no serious effects to the world. Why am I back here? Hey, I didn't have that achievement before. Does Xbox Series X and Xbox One, do they still have that same achievement jingle, or is it different? I've never used one. I know Bal has an Xbox, I don't know who else does. I think Bal has an Xbox. Does he? But yeah, he has an Xbox One because he streamed Halo 5 for me. Never used it either, to be honest. Yes, bitch. Are we there yet? It's about the same? Okay. It's such an iconic sound. Oh, good, we are there yet. I think.
I've come all this way to find a simulacrum.
If I had the time, I'd detail how often you prefer dealing with illusions rather than the real thing. Problems you refuse to deal with don't exist. You deny reality.
That's not right. I know what's real.
No, and you allow others to tell you what isn't real. Now, come inside.
My memories are shattered. This wicked train has ruined nearly all I can recall. And Wonderland will perish completely as I lose my mind. So much has changed. I can't help Wonderland if I can't help myself.
Much has changed, but you got it backwards. Save Wonderland, and you may save yourself. The carpenter was onto something, but he was hiding from the real. Your goal is to accept it.
Where should I go then? What should I do?
The Queen must be served, Alice. The Queen, in all her guises, must always be served.
How can she stem this growing corruption or assist my search? What does she know that I don't?
She is someone you once knew and loved. Time changes us all.
Not all change is good.
Remember that when you find the Queen. Time changes us all.
You there. That's enough of that. Coming to regulate this, Nick Alice. What's this time, Fred?
Howling outside the old lady, muttering about a murder in Threadneedle Street, cursing insects on the National Railroad. Had to bring her in, didn't I?
Shut, menace to herself. But no danger to others, surely. She don't belong in jail.
Too true, but where then does she belong?
Let's walk her out, Fred. Send her back to Dr. Bambi. He raised holy hell last time I kept her overnight.
Oh, what happened?
Same night Jack Splatter, that waste of mother's love, was nabbed for gutting that heavy outside a mermaid. Yeah, I was taking Alice down and we meet two coppers walking Jack to the cells. He's mad than the usual I never. Wrong bloke nonsense when he sees Alice. That's the bitch what done it, he yells. She screams, you miserable cur, you leech, you maggot, living off another's labour, etc., etc. I'm admiring her line of inquiry, but suddenly she hits her head or something and faints. Couldn't send her home, could I?
And Dr. Bumby pitched a fit.
Said he'd have me jobbing me arse on a plate. Told him he could have the former. Leave the latter alone, thank you very much. Good night, Alice. You know the way out.
Alright, I'm gonna get us into the next part of Wonderland. And then I'm gonna end stream. Oh, getting right to it, I guess. Oh boy, the fleshy bits. Hope you guys like flesh. Now one of the coolest parts of the game, but also one of the more annoying parts. And we are going to end as soon as I get the next checkpoint. Card bridge. There we go. Alright. Thank you all for joining. Most annoying section of this whole thing? Yep, that's what I was thinking. Special one if you get a rare achievement. Okay. Thank you all for joining. We are ever so close to the end of the game. I think we got maybe 2 streams left. And then, I'll figure out what our next game is. Don't know yet. I have a list. Excuse me, but I need to, double check it. I'm actually gonna check right now. What even did I, pick out for myself? Alright. I know it's gonna be after Alice. I'll remember it by the time I... Actually, wait, I can, mark it. There we go. I will refrain from saying until, we finish Alice. So, that'll be it for tonight's stream. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want to hang out after stream, I have a Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Twitter and a Blue Sky. And if you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. Who are we rating? We have options. But I know who it's going to be. We are going to raid Bryce Talon. He has shown up to stream several times, and he is currently streaming Final Fantasy 14. I almost said Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, the massively multiplayer online role-playing game, Final Fantasy 14, with the award-winning A Realm Reborn expansion, where you can play up to level 70 for free, including the award-winning expansion Endwalker, I think? I really should memorize that. Just that way I can say that when I'm reading into people. But yeah, we'll be raiding Thrice. So, ow. Somebody wants a sponsorship? Absolutely not. Hashtag not sponsored. I, don't think I'd ever really accept a sponsorship. Silent Shell? No, it's pronounced Silent Hill. Is Dennison, you need him? So, I posted my schedule today. I apologize for the delay. I will be back tomorrow with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake. And I will be back again Saturday with The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. Hopefully we're going to finish the game. I'm going to try to get everybody to have Mario Party ready as a backup. Because 4 Swords, the rest of it, it's either going to take us maybe half an hour, if that, to beat the final boss, or it's going to take us the entire stream. I don't know yet. This boss is very hard, not only because of the lag, but because you need to coordinate it with 4 people. And then I'll be back Sunday with Majora's Mask. I don't stream Thursday or Friday. But that is going to be the schedule. So if you want to join in on the raid... Oh my god. I'm gonna final yawn for you guys. Here's a raid call for you. Dapper Dragon raid. There you go. Just copy that raid message. You can use whatever emotes you want as long as you copy the raid message. That's all I care about. I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.